Well, more reaction now to the State of Capture report. I'm joined by Defence Attorney Chrispen Machingura to talk about the legalese of it all. Chrispen, good morning. And thanks for your time. Let's just go back to what Chrispen Machingura had to say, and what the family has said is that the report has not found them guilty of any wrongdoings. But is that true? Is it true that the Guptas cannot be found to have done anything wrong in this situation? Are they merely a family who were given opportunities or saw the opportunities and took advantage of them in a situation like this?
I wouldn't say that. You see, the findings, firstly, a public protector's report, the status of it in our law has been defined. You remember what happened with Nkandla. Yeah. It was clear, it was made clear even by the Constitutional Court that the findings of a public protector's report are final and binding. The only step that you can do if you are not happy with it is to take them for review. Now, you will recall that the president had not taken it for review, and hence he was then ordered to pay. Now, I've looked at the situation as it is now. Anybody who thinks that, look, I was not given a fair chance, I don't think I would have to wait for the judicial inquiry. The law as it is, the legal framework now, if you are feeling the pressure and the need to give your side of the story, you can take that route. Also, the issue of cooperating with the inquiry is also good in that it actually gives you time to prepare, because you would have been briefed about all these things.
Well, given what happened with Nkandla, do you think that the president is likely to challenge this in court now?
I don't think so. Look, it depends. You see, when you are a lawyer, you work mostly on the instructions of your client. Now, to take this matter and challenge it in court is disadvantageous in that, number one. You will notice all this time there were interdicts being taken to court, being withdrawn, being taken to court, being withdrawn, and I can tell you that is public money. Secondly, after having come with a record or a history of going and withdrawing, it means you're not prepared. What I would do if I was in their position right now is to take that report, collect the evidence of all what we are challenging. Come the time of the judicial report, we make a good case. That is what I would expect them to do. Where
would this commission, this Judicial Commission of Inquiry, actually begin, Chrispen? I mean, looking at everything, and like we heard a few minutes ago, is that in state-owned enterprises, that will be the next phase, the next level of this investigation. For this, where would they actually begin? How do you go about investigating something like this after such a report?
You see, Yuveka, the starting point is what is contained in the report. But my worry, the nature of judicial inquiry. There's an inquiry running now of fees must fall. Look at how long it has taken. Since the first protests, we don't have a report. We are still waiting for that report.
It is due this month, I think.
Yes, but look at how much time it has taken. So if you look at how this matter has been going on and how the parties in this matter have got an appetite of going to court, I can surely tell you that that inquiry might be delayed by someone going to court saying, I'm not there, I'll come probably next month. Because all the people who have to testify here are very high-profile public figures. They have functions to perform. So I foresee delays in that respect.
So a Judicial Commission of Inquiry, what happens once it makes its findings? What are the options to challenge then if this goes that far after that?
Look, you see, because you have been given a chance, our law, the framework of our law is that everybody who is being accused of doing something must be given a chance to state their side of the story. Now, because the judicial inquiry is going to give you that chance, what I would expect, the recommendations of that inquiry will, in my mind, will direct us as to whether when people are offering you 600 million, and does that not constitute an offense? When money is being used from state enterprise to buy another company, does that not constitute a criminal offense? When somebody approaches, who is not a president, offers someone a ministerial position, does that not constitute an offense? Those are clear offenses to me. So I would actually, after that judicial inquiry, I would want to see prosecutions taking place.
Well, the Guptas, like you heard, saying they're willing to answer any questions and present their side of the story. If you were part of that inquiry, what questions would you be asking the Guptas after this?
A lot. You see the report itself is very damning. I wouldn't have someone in my house at any time if the purpose of that is to offer a ministerial position, which I have no control over. So they have got serious questions to answer. If you look at it, you also see the amounts of money being flown here. These are public funds. Where does one get money into ESCOM, into SABC, into... These are... Denel is included. If you look, these are annually. We complain about how state funds are being used at the SABC, and they come back again here. So this is going to be a very good...
Who would be the person who would be the person in the wrong there, Chrispen? Would it be the person receiving the money, the recipient on the other side, whether it was the SABC, whether it was ESCOM, or would it be the Guptas just doing business as businessmen?
You see, businessmen has got ethics. You've got to be clean. You've got to do it above board. You got to do it in a manner that you don't contravene any act.
Where the banks don't have to raise certain questions about your dealings as well.
Surely. So even when you say this money, who is going to be accountable? Look, how the law works. A giver is as guilty as the receiver. So that's the starting point. Why were you giving it when you know that the purpose of that money is not what is meant for? So a lot of questions have to be answered here. But the bottom line, I want to see criminal proceedings being taken for everyone who's in the wrong. Public money is being wasted here.
Who do we leave to investigate this? I mean, do we say our hawks, the National Prosecuting Authority? Faith in that, in those two organs have definitely been shot to smithereens this week. So whose hands do we put this in?
You see, I also expect that to be a recommendation of the inquiry. But this country has shown that they are very good. The judicial system is independent. We've got a very competent police force. When it has the will, when they really want to take the matters up. We have seen people like Shabir Sheikh have got convictions. I'm very confident that it doesn't matter. Even if we give it to the hawks, even to the ordinary police, they will do the job.
Are you also feeling a bit more confident, or should we be feeling a bit more confident that the decision as to who will lead this inquiry is left in the hands of just Mogoeng?
Yes, but you see, normally the person who's got those powers to appoint a commission of inquiry is the president. And you will see, if you look in the report, the only duty that has been given to Mogoeng is that of appointing the chairperson only. Now, our Lord looks with a dim view for everybody who wants to play a double role, as in you are implicated and also you have got a duty to appoint the chairperson of the commission. So I think by saying the Chief Justice must appoint that judge, it was a good move. But I want to see cooperation from all sides, including those who are being investigated. You recall, this does not leave the president clean. To me, it also looks as if he's going to be part of the people who are going to be investigated. Therefore, his stance, his moral, and the actions that he's going to do in making sure that that commission is set up speedily and it does its job without interference is a matter of public interest, and he should lead by example.
There's no way he can get away from answering questions posed to him by this inquiry. I mean, we saw him saying he wasn't given enough time by Tuli Maronsela, but we see her repeatedly asking, and she's given the proof. You've seen in writing, you know, it's up to you to answer that she says she gave him enough time. When it comes to this commission of inquiry, there's no way he can dodge those questions, can he?
Yes, but look, Yuveka, you see, some of these things we get caught up in legalese, in the legal language. Look, if people are saying they were not given enough time, if you look in that report, it actually mentions the date of 22 March this year as the first time that the public protector wrote to the president. And come October, you say, I wasn't given time to respond. I wouldn't believe you. But beyond that, they've got time now to prepare for the judicial inquiry. We know it's coming a month, or 2 months, it has been set up. I expect a vigorous putting of evidence and also answers to the questions that we all want to hear.
if he does decide that he can challenge this report in court, can we have that process and the Judicial Commission of Inquiry going on at the same time, or will that have to wait?
No, one of the two has to wait. You see, because the issues which are in this forum are also in this forum. It's part of our law that you can't take the same facts to two forums of court. Therefore, one of them has to give way to the other. But in my thinking, the Judicial Inquiry runs faster or has got precedence, will do things better because it's coming from recommendations which are binding. Yes.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. The ball in the President's court at the moment. What will he do next? Thanks very much. Defence Attorney Chrispen Machingura providing us with some legal analysis on the state capture report. Well, one